recording, and let me tell you what we will be doing today. We will be going back
What
to
am I
our,
hearing? Belly?
what's the matter, Chastity?
It's giving water hunting.
Nah, put that down.
Okay, we will be continuing our college algebra, but before I say that, we will have an algebra quiz next Monday.
Oh,
Okay, next Monday we will be doing an algebra quiz. Okay, everybody hear that?
okay.
Algebra quiz next Monday. And covering some
Many
of,
questions?
no, only 10.
Oh, that made me forget at least 8 right.
Only 10. But I'll probably throw in 2 or 3 extra credit, which means that could really boost you getting 100, even if you miss some of the first 10. Okay. Because it's like,
Not word problems like functions and stuff.
well, it will be algebra. It will be both types. It will be word and non-word. Okay.
Mm.
So to make sure you can read through a word problem and pick out the things you need for solving the problem. Okay. Now, how many of you did any of your work? We stopped at 7. I think we start with number 8. How many of you did number 8?
What was the answer for number 8, Miss Barbara?
No,
See?
number 8 we will do.
Number 7, I mean.
Number
What
7.
was the answer for number 7?
7. I don't think I even have that. Well, hold on a minute. Let's see. What was 7? I have to bring in that just a minute. Let me have to go out and get number 7. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking at. Okay, that was algebra. Okay, let's see. That was on the what? The 15th. Okay, number 7. Okay, now I'm looking at number 7. Okay, let's see. 3, 4. 7 was D. That was a factoring problem. Remember,
Okay.
we looked at the negative constant and then the one with the variable, and we came up with the 8 and the 3. The minus 8 and the 3 gave the minus 5. Minus 8
Oh,
times the 3 gave the 24. You remember?
okay.
Okay, 7 was D. We did that one. Okay, now let me go back to new share. Okay. Okay. Do you see the number 4, numbers 8 to 24?
Yeah.
Okay. So we started with number 8. Did anyone do number 8? Yes? No?
You're gonna find the area.
Where's the noise coming from? Is
I
that you,
don't know.
Latoya?
No, no noise.
Chastity is on mute.
Maybe when I was moving my calculator.
Oh, okay. Because I heard noise. Okay. So, Latoya, you were telling me how to solve number 8, right?
You're gonna find the area of the rectangle.
So what's the formula for area of a rectangle?
2L plus 2W. That's the one?
That's perimeter.
Oh.
What's
Length
area?
times width. Length
That's
times
it.
width.
Less
Always
times the
getting
width.
mixed up.
Yeah, I know. Same thing happened earlier with someone. Same thing. So you part of a elite club. Okay. Let's just spell it out, and then we'll put our letters in. Length times width. Okay. Just remember, area is what? Area is a square is square, right? The
Yeah.
dimensions are squared. So they're whereas perimeter, they are not, or they're just linear. Okay, so area is length times width. Let's just write this as area equals, and we'll use L times W. Okay, so in this problem, we are given, and with algebra, you always look at what is given in the problem. So you're given the area, 432 square feet. Okay, that's the dimensions.
Mhm.
You also given the length is 3 times the width, and you would find the length. So area is the length times width. And how do I write?
You guys can sit over there, right? Thank
How do I write in math? Who's the fire tablet? Is that, who is that? Audrey?
Probably Audrey Barbara. Let me go on.
Audrey,
and-
the fire tablet?
Yeah, I think it's her because Chastity, do you see her name?
Yes, I see Chastity.
Okay.
So, and I
Mine
can
is-
see fire tablets. It's gotta be either Audrey or Yannick. But
Audrey.
Yannick has a phone, so she wouldn't have a tablet, right?
No, she would not.
Audrey? Someone's on with fire tablet. and they're not
Yeah,
saying-
it's Audrey. It's
It's
Audrey.
Audrey, okay. Hello, Audrey.
Audrey, are you hearing us?
Audrey? Okay. She's connected to audio now, so maybe we'll hear her. Now, Latoya,
Yeah.
how do I write length is 3 times the width as an equation?
3x, x plus 3, something like that.
3 times means what? What operation? Yeah, that's Audrey. 3 times is what operation, Latoya?
Multiplication.
That's right, multiplication. So L is length and W is width. So tell me how to write length is, and is mean equal 3 times the width. Tell me what to write.
Is
Length equal
1.
3 times the width. How do I write that?
The length is 432.
No, length, all I want you to do right now, Latoya, is write length of the rectangular patio is 3 times its width. I want you to tell me how to write that statement as an equation. So I'll start you off. Length
Let 3x
equal, well,
and
we
equal
using W for width. So what would that be?
3w.
That's it. Very good, Latoya. 3W. So let's just put the little L here, just because
We're so used to doing x for
I
everything.
know. But remember in algebra, the variables can be A to Z, right?
I know, but we're so used to
I
x. We
know
always
X is the common one, but see, when I put the L and the W, and that was length and width, L is the length and W is the width, okay? Let me just put it here. L equal length and W equal width. We're just assigning those variables. So you could have put X, Y, but it's just, to me, I just like to put something descriptive of what it really is. So since let's start with an L, we use L. W starts with start with a W, we'll use W. Now, length equal 3W. That says length is, that means equal 3 times the width. 3 multiplied times the width. Now, let's just take this equation, copy it. Okay. Now, what is the area, Latoya? What would I put in for the area?
432.
That's right. That's 432, and that's square feet. That you could put feet to the second power. That's the same thing, right? That's square
Mhm.
feet. Okay, that's equal to, I'll write that again, L times width. Now, but we know something about L in terms of W, right? We know that L is 3W. So for L, we can substitute, let's say substitute for L, okay, for L, the expression 3W. Because we said from what they gave us, the length is 3 times the width. L is 3W. So in this equation, if we put instead of L 3W, we'll have everything in terms of W, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do that. Let's just take this equation. And for L, we will put the 3W. So let's just, so L will put, this becomes 3W. Now we have just one unknown, and that's W, right? Because if we find the width, then we can find the length. Now, Latoya, what's 3W times W? Multiplied. What's 3W?
3W squared.
Right, that's right. 432. And that's a square feet, which is actually feet square. And that would be 3W. And you said it's squared. So let's just put a square there. That's 2. Okay. And that's just, so 432 is equal to 3W to the second power. So what do we do next? We want to solve for W. What's the next step?
Divide.
Divide by what?
3W on both sides.
Well, you're going to divide by 3W. You're going to divide by 3, so you have just W
3, I
squared
mean.
left, right? Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Divide
Sorry.
both sides,
By 3.
right, of the equation by 3. Okay. Spell that right. Okay. So divide both sides of the equation by 3. So let's just do that. Let's just put that on the next. Okay. Let's just put this here and then divide both sides by 3. You'll have W squared left on the right side. So this is, now let's just put here, this is square feet. Let's just put it as feet square. Okay. It's the same thing, but it's just makes it a little clearer. Okay, so let's put here 2. Okay, and I'll take out the square feet. So 432 square feet is equal 3, and we're dividing this by 3. So let's just put a 3 on the right side. Let's take out the T, that's from the square foot. Okay, so let's just put our on the line and put the 3 on both sides. Okay, and here we go here. So this would be 3, right? Don't need that on the line. Okay, and then on the right side of 3. So what do we get on the left side, Latoya? What's 432 divided by 3?
144.
On 44, okay. So we get 144, just copy that. Because the units will still be square foot, so. Okay, so that would be 144, 144 square feet. need an underline here. Okay, and what's 3W squared divided by 3? What's that, Latoya?
Double 2.
W to the second power,
Yeah.
right? That's not the same as W2, right? Like RSW2. Okay, so 144 square feet is equal to W square. All right. Now,
Yeah.
what do we do next, Latoya?
You gotta find the square root of 144,
Right, that's it.
which is
Okay,
12.
that's it. Very good. Okay, so let me get rid of that underline. So I'm going to the next line, and let me just copy this. And like you say, take the square root of both sides. Let's just do that. I'll put this here. And your operation is take the square root, like you said, the square root of 144 is 12. So take square root of both sides of the equation. And you already said what it is. The square root of 144 is, okay, that would be, let's see if I can. I'll just put square root, okay. So I don't see my symbol. Okay, square root of this side. So we put square root 144 equal, and we do the square root of the W square. Just copy the W square. The square root of a square is just the variable of the number, right? So let's
Yeah.
just copy that. That would be here. Okay, so square root, let me just move that R over because that should be square root. And you said the answer, the square root of 144 square is 12. So we get 12 equals square root of R, I'm sorry, W square is just W. So W is equal to 12. That's the width. Now, Audrey, can you hear me? Audrey? Chastity? Chastity?
Yes, I'm here, Miss Barbara.
Okay, the width is 12. How do I find the length? Go back to this formula. Area.
This is another problem?
No, we're on number 8. We're still on number 8.
Okay.
Area equal length times width.
Yes.
Okay, so we said the width is 12, right? The area is 432. How would I find the length?
Welcome.
How do I find the length?
The length.
This is 432. I'll just put it in, right? Because that was given in the problem. The length is what we're looking for. We know the width. The width is 12. Latoya, how do I find length?
You multiply. You hear me?
No, I'm sorry. I've been asked Chastity. Chastity, how do I find length?
Mm.
Do you multiply 432 by 12?
No, remember, you do the opposite operation, right? This is a multiplication. Chastity, what's the opposite of multiplication?
Division?
That's right. So what do I divide by?
1 divided by 12?
Divide, no,
1.
you divide both sides of the equation by 12. All right, so do that and tell me what you get. Divide both sides of this equation, the left side and the right side. So we copy this here and put the 12 underneath both sides. So this will be 12, right? And then this would be also divided by 12. So let's just underline, put the 12. So what's 432 divided by 12, Chastity?
Mm.
432 divided by 12, what do you get?
I'm doing the division.
Okay.
That's right, you don't have a calculator.
Mhm.
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let me see.
Okay. I think, you know,
Let me see if I get.
432 divided by 12. Well, 12 into 43 goes how many times, Chastity?
36. 36. I hear
I hear you, Audrey.
Oh, it is saying they didn't know if you're hearing me.
No, I was talking to you before, but you didn't hear me. So, Chastity, did you get it?
Okay, let's see.
So, Audrey, you said 36. That's correct. And L times 12 divided by 12. What is that equal to, Audrey?
Give me that again.
L times 12. In other words, 12L over 12.
Okay. I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. I went to get the calculator. I got
Why?
36.
You got
That is wrong.
36. That's correct, Jess. That's 36. Now, L times 12 over 12. What's that equal to, Chastity?
1.
Chastity?
8 times. I'm sorry, you said length?
Length, that's L times 12 divided by 12. In other words, another way of writing this is 12L over 12. That's another way of writing it, okay? What's 12L over 12? Chastity, what's that equal to?
Mm,
What's 12 divided by 12? Chastity, Chastity?
1.
Yeah, 1. So that would be 1L, which is the same as L, right? So that means the length is 36. And what answer is that?
D.
What is your answer?
D.
A, B, C, or D? Which one did
D.
you said
D is
D?
David.
Oh, D.
Last
Okay.
one.
Okay, D. D and D sound alike. Okay, so that would be the answer, D. That's what you got, right, Latoya? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said D. So you were given the area in square feet, and you were given the relationship between the length and the width. The length is 3 times the width. And Latoya told me L is 3W. That means length is 3 times W. So knowing that, And knowing what area is equal to, you can, instead of using the L, you can put 3W. That way you only have one unknown, and that's the width. So 3W times W is 3W to the second power. Because remember, when you multiply, you add the powers. So W to the 1, and that's W to the 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So 3W times W is 3W squared. At this point, you're trying to find W, divide by 3, and you get 144 square feet is W squared. Now, if you take the square root of both sides, the square root of a square is just the variable of a number. Square root of the 144 is 12. That means 12 times 12 is 144. Okay, so once you know W, then you can find length, because you know some number multiplied by 12 is 432, and that number is 36. Any questions on number 8?
I gotta go over that when she finished.
Any questions? Audrey, are you okay?
Yeah, because I joined in late, but I did the answer right. I did the answer on my paper that I sent you right, but I had to go over it. I gotta go over
Oh,
the
okay.
formula.
All right. Okay. Well, we just got started, so you didn't really miss. Oh, we having a quiz, algebra quiz next Monday. Audrey.
Oh, I just sent it today.
Yeah, we're having a quiz next Monday on algebra. Some will be word problems and some will be non-word problems. Okay. Any questions on number 8?
So the answer is 36, Miss Barbara?
Yeah, the answer is 36, letter D.
Yes, so area.
Any questions? You'll see a problem like this again. It's a popular kind of problem where you're given the area and you're given some relationship between length and width, and you to solve either length or width. Okay. All right, let's go to the next problem. Did anyone do number 9? Latoya, did you do number 9?
No.
Why not? I know you can do it. Okay, Latoya, read number 9 and then tell me how to solve it. I know you can do it.
I said Morel and Raman bought school supplies at the same store. Morel bought 2 boxes of pencils and 4 erasers for a total of $11. Raman bought 1 box of pencils and 3 erasers for a total of $7. Which of the following systems of equations can be used to find P? The price in dollars of 1 box of pencils and E in the price in dollars of 1 eraser.
Okay, so let's take Muriel. Okay, let's take Muriel. Now, Muriel bought 2 boxes of pencils and 4 erasers for a total of $11. Right? So how would I write that, Latoya? How would I write that as an equation? Now notice they're using, you see in here, they're using P for pencils and E for erasers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how would I write what Muriel bought, Latoya? What would that be?
He equals
What did Muriel buy? Tell me what to write, Latoya.
2 boxes of pencil.
So tell me how to write that as an expression.
Let Muriel.
Well, we already know that P is pencils and E is erasers. We don't have to say that because you can see from the answers that they use P for pencils and E for the erasers, right?
I thought that was the price.
And no, the big P is the price.
Oh,
The big P is the price. The little p is pencils. That stands for the pencils, the cost of the pencils, right? The little p stands for the cost of the pencils. The little e is the cost of the erasers per eraser. And the big P is the price. Okay, so how would I write Muriel's as an equation, Latoya? What would I write?
2P,
Okay, 2P, what?
Plus 4E.
Latoya, Chastity, what did you say?
Plus 4E.
4E. And what's that equal to?
11?
Yeah, that's it. She spent $11, so that's 11. In other words, 2 boxes of pencils at a cost of P. P is the price in dollars of 1 box of pencils. So 2 boxes of pencils times the cost of 1 box plus 4 erasers at the cost of 1 eraser is equal to a total of $11. Everybody see that? Latoya just gave it for Muriel. Now, Audrey, let's go to Raymond. What did Raymond buy?
Raymond bought 1 box of pencil
1 box of pencils, okay,
and 3 erasers.
and 3 erasers. And how much did he
For
spend?
$7.
Okay, so he bought 3 box of pencils,
No, 1.
1 box of pencils. Okay, so how would I write that?
1P
Okay, so let's say 1P, okay, plus what?
plus 3P.
Plus 1?
3E.
No, the 3 is didn't he buy 3 erasers?
Yes, 3
Okay.
erasers.
3E, and what's that equal to?
$7.
Equals 7, okay. All right, so 1P is the same as P. I'm sorry, I think I gave you the wrong, these P's should be really little P's. They all should be little P's. It's kind of confusing when because P is always the pencil price. Okay, let's make this P. And this is P. Okay, so 1P is really the same as P, right? Now, you see Muriel's equation, you see Raymond equation, 1P is the same as P. Now, which one does this match? What answer? What
A,
answer is it, Chastity?
7.
Chastity, what answer? A, B, C, or D?
I don't see, let me see. Because
Chastity,
it says 1P plus 3E 11.
well, remember
Answer
now,
is A. The answer is A.
Chastity, I have 1 Chastity.
Okay.
Okay,
Miss Barbara, but it says 1P. I don't see 1P there.
well, I'm gonna write it over for you. Okay, 1P is the same as P, Chastity. So
it's
this
understood, that's why they don't put it.
1P plus 3, very rarely you see a 1 in front of something, in front of a variable, because 1 is understood. So 1P, Chastity, is the same as P. So let
Oh,
me
okay.
just make this P plus 3 equals 7. Now, what answer is it, Chastity?
That's 2. I mean, that's A.
That's right. Very good. Answer A. Because answer A says 2P plus 4E is 11 and P plus 3E equals 7. That's exactly what we have here. 2P plus 4E is 11 and P is the same as 1P plus 3E is 7. So your answer is A. That's what you had, right, Audrey?
I don't think I did do it.
Oh, you didn't do this one?
No, I didn't finish that. No, the other.
Why
I
not?
didn't finish that. No, 11, I think it is. There's a few that I didn't finish.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe the big P's may have confused you. Because
Mm.
see, they said they use here, they say it can be used to find P, price in dollars of one box. See, it was a little P. So it may have been my confusion here, putting the large P's may have confused you, but the little P's go in both sets of equations, okay? So I apologize if that confused you a bit, but the P's were the same because it said P, the price in dollars of one box of pencils, E, the price in dollars of one eraser. So the number of pencils times the cost of a pencil plus the number of erasers times the number of erasers will equal to the total dollar price in all cases. Okay? Whether it's Muriel or Raymond. Questions? Where's that noise coming? Latoya, is that you?
No,
Audrey, is that you? This noise. Well, it's
Hmm?
not. No, there was noise coming from somebody. Okay. Any questions on number 9?
no,
I still hear the noise.
not me.
Okay.
I'm still as a B.
All right.
What kind of noise?
It sounds like a little, like somebody moving something.
Hmm.
Chastity, is that you?
No,
Okay. All right. I don't hear it now.
you still hear it?
No, I don't hear it now. Okay. Which of the following, we are at number 10. Which of the following expressions is 5 times as much as the sum of R and S? Which one, Audrey?
C.
Which one would you say, Latoya?
I said D.
Which one would you say, Chastity? 5 times as much as the sum of R and S. Sum
Oh.
means add, 5 times means
It's A. I
multiply.
changed my answer. A.
So I've heard
Five
a
times.
A, a C, and a D. Chastity,
Yeah,
what would you
I
say?
think it's A.
You would say A. Audrey, what did you say?
I said C.
Okay. Now, you remember PEMDAS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, A says, what would you do first in A?
Oh, wow.
You would do the multiplication, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do the 5 times the R and then you'd add the S, but that's not what this says,
I
correct?
said times.
It says 5 times as much as the
the-
sum of
of-
R and S.
So
Okay.
it wasn't C or D. Why told him numbers? I think I put D.
Now,
D.
who said B?
I
Anybody?
said
No.
D. Dog. D as in dog.
Latoya, you keep changing. You said B,
No,
D,
I
and then you said A.
Sticking to my.
No, you
sticking
said
to my
A.
D.
Okay, so
No,
which
I'm
one are you
sticking to my
saying?
D.
Of
I'm
course,
saying I'm
because now
sticking
you're
to my
doing your
D.
PEMDAS, right? Very good. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
change my
Chastity, what did you say? You said A, right?
I said A, but I think it's D.
Yeah, you're right. It is D. Audrey,
I think
you
it's
said,
fine.
Audrey,
this-
didn't you say C?
I said take the C, but I sent it D to you. When I look back at it, then it says that you have to
What
add
would
it,
you
do
say,
it.
Audrey? Well, so what are you
Huh?
saying now, Audrey? What's the answer, Audrey?
The answer is D because I sent it in as D.
Yeah, you're right. The answer is D, because see, this one, you'd multiply the
Multiply
S
the-
times
the
the
S and the
5,
R.
and then you add the R,
And
but
then
that's
add
not
the
what
R.
it's saying. It says 5 times as much as the sum of R and S, which means you've got to put the R plus S in parentheses, that's the
Parentheses, do it
sum,
first,
and
multiply
then
by
5 times as much will be 5 times. So the
Yeah.
answer is D.
D.
Miss Barbara, well, when do we know when it has to do with PEMDAS or like, I don't know.
Oh, order of operation?
Order of
Yes.
operation.
Okay. Order of operation, and let's just, okay, that's Pam Das. Or,
No, how do we know from the question?
how do you know from the question what?
Because to get adding, then you get
Wait,
subtraction.
Wait,
then you
I'm
get
listening to Chastity. Chastity, what is your question?
how do we know is that order of operation? How do we know is PEMDAS?
Okay, because it says, which of the following expression is 5 times as much as the sum of R and S? That means you gotta add these two first and then multiply times 5. Now, which one of these you see the adding first and then the multiplying?
Oh, got it.
Right?
Yeah,
You
the
got
D.
it? It's only
Yeah.
one that puts this in parentheses where the PEMDAS say do the parentheses first,
Yeah,
right?
I got
That's
it.
the
Yeah,
P for parentheses. That means the multiply by sum, you've got to put that parenthesis around that sum and then multiply by 5 times as much. You follow?
yeah.
That's why you know it's PEMDAS, because if you don't do this, you're going to do the multiplication here first, right? Here, you're just going to add everything. Here, you're going to do multiplication, S times 5, and then add R, and that doesn't agree with what they asked you to do. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your clue here was when you saw those parentheses, because nothing else is showing you that the order of operation is going to be different other than the parentheses, because you know you're going to do P parentheses first. Got it? So that was like a clue there. Then let me look at that parenthesis, because that's what I'm going to do first. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Questions on number 10. That was the test, excuse me, your order of operation. Make sure you know how to do it. Okay. This is an interpretation problem. Audrey, which
Yeah.
one of these is correct?
D.
What's the best interpretation of the 11?
I
What
said
did
D.
You said D is in dog?
Yes.
What did you say, Latoya?
D.
Latoya? Latoya, you're on mute. Chastity, what did you say?
D.
You say B?
No, D as a dog.
D is in dog. Okay. So Chastity said D. Audrey said D. What did Latoya say? D is correct, because the amount of money Paul earns is 12.5 times H. That's the number of hours he works. So
Hours. Yes.
that's 12.5 times the number of hours. And the 11 is a constant. That's something he makes in addition
Extra.
to his hourly money, right?
Right.
So the amount of money in dollars Paul earns in addition to his hourly wage would be the 11. See, the 12.5, H is the hours, that's his hourly rate. So 12.5 times the number of hours plus additional money he makes. So you look for the one that says that 11 is in addition to what he makes, and that's D, the amount of money in dollars earned in addition to an hourly wage. So the answer, and Audrey, you had it right, and so did Chastity. So the answer is D. Okay. Whenever you have a constant in a problem like this, and Audrey, what kind of equation is this? It's a linear equation, right? And it's y equal mx plus b,
Plus
where
B.
12.5 is really a slope. And this 11 is a y-intercept, same format. Let me just write this here. That's the y-intercept formula. Okay, slope intercept. Y equal mx
Plus B.
plus b. That's the same format. where Y is your M is your 12.5, X is your H, and B is your 11. Okay. So you look at this equation, you say, oh, I know the slope is 12.5. That's the number, the coefficient of my variable, X. And here is a H, but that's the coefficient, 12.5. Questions on number 11. Okay, let's go to number 12. Okay. Number 12 is a recipe problem. How would you solve this one, Audrey? 2 cups of water for every 3 cups of flour. If you increase your flour to 8 cups, how much of water would Jacoby use?
5 1/3.
You say 5 1/3?
Yeah.
Well, this is a ratio and proportion problem, Audrey. How would you set it up?
Ratio and proportion.
Ratio and proportion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 cups. That's what? Water. And per 3 cups of flour. So we can set it up. Let's put our 3 cups of flour here, right? 3 cups flour. Okay, now let's set that equal.
8.
And we have what?
8.
Well, the 8 is flour. So this is, we'll just call this N. This is, we're looking for water. So this is N cups. And I'm putting these units here so you keep them in order. And this would be over what? 8 cups of flour.
8. Okay.
This is 8 cups flour. Okay, so we don't need these. Don't need that underline there. Just okay. So what do we do next, Audrey? Now we've got our proportions. We got water over flour over water over flour. Now we could have had water over water and flour over flour.
Cross multiply.
That's it. Very good. Cross multiply. That means you're going to say 2 times 8 and you're going to say N times 3, right? So what would that give you, Audrey? 3 times N would give you what? You got the right answer. So what do you get? 3 times N is what? 3N equal. And what's 8 times 2? Cross multiplying. 3 times N is 3N. 8 times 2, Audrey, is what? Audrey, you're on mute. Audrey.
Yeah, 16.
16, that's right. Now what's my next step, Audrey?
Okay, you have to divide.
Right. Divide by what?
3.
Yes, and divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides of equation by 3. Okay, now let's just copy that and put our 3 here. And we get the answer that you said you got. Okay, so let's just put divide by 3. This by 3. Okay. And that would be what? 3 and 3. What do I get, Audrey? On the left, I get what? N. 3 over 3 is 1. And 16 thirds would be what?
It's 5.
5
A
and
one
what?
third.
And 1/3. Okay, that's the small end. Okay, so that what answer, Audrey?
The answer is C.
That's right. Answer C. Any questions on 12? Ratio and proportion. That's what this is right here. Let's just put here. Ratio and proportion. Need this underlined here. The important thing about ratio proportion is making sure you set it up right. Now, like I said, this is not the only way to set it up. You could have said 2 cups over n cups
Right.
is 3 cups over 8. Okay. Either way, when you multiply, you're going to get 3n equals 16. Okay. So you can have water over flour, or you could have water over water and flour over flour, but you have to have them correct. Because if you put water over n cups, then for 2 cups of water, you have what? 3 cups of flour, and you're looking for what you will have if you have 8
If you
cups.
have 8 cups.
Okay. Questions on 12? Any questions? Okay, let's go to number 13. Okay, number 13. The elevation at the summit of Mount Whitney is what? 4,418 meters above sea level. Climbers begin at a trailhead that has an elevation of 2,550 meters above sea level. What is the change in elevation to the nearest foot between the trailhead and the summit? And they give you a foot as what? 3,048 meters. So what do you do first? First, you've got to find what? What are you going to find first?
The change in the
The
elevation.
change between the trailhead and the summit.
Right.
Right? There's the summit and there's the trailhead. So how would you find that, Latoya? Okay, so first, find difference. Latoya, is that your noise?
That's me.
Oh, that was you, Audrey. Okay.
I have to get my calculator.
Okay, find difference between, because they said change in elevation nearest foot between the trailhead and the summit. So you first want to find the difference between the trailhead and the summit. Okay, so the elevation at the summit, let's put summit, and I just underline that, is what? 4,418 meters. Okay. And at the trailhead, let's just underline trailhead, because we got to pick out what we need in the word problem, has an elevation of 2,550 meters. Okay, this is meters, because it's important that we have our units here, because we've got to convert it to feet, because our answer is in feet. Right? So how do I find the difference between the trailhead and the summit, Audrey? What do I do?
Subtract.
Yes, what do I subtract?
The 0.304 from the 418.
No. The summit is 4,418 meters.
Uh-huh.
The trailhead is
Oh,
2,000.
2,550.
Right. So what do I do first?
You subtract the trailhead. Wait a minute.
We want to find the difference between the trailhead and the
Okay,
summit.
the summit.
We know
Okay,
what
so
the
you
summit is. We know what it.
2,550 from the 4,418.
That's right. 4,418. And we want to subtract from it 2,550. Okay, this is a subtraction. So let's put that's a subtraction. So move that over. Okay. And okay, so that gives you what?
1,868.
1,868. Let's see. 1,868?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? I didn't get. I got.
And you put in a decimal point, which is a comma.
Well, no. No, these are all commas. This is a comma. What is a decimal? Should be a comma. Okay. All right, they should all be commas. Now you
Yes,
got
1,868.
4,418 minus 2,550. And you got what? 1,868.
1,868.
Okay, that is correct. 1,868. Okay. Then what is your next step?
I don't know if it's in
Now
feet or
that's
not.
in meters. Now we want to convert that to feet. How do we convert? This is in meters, right? So that's in
You have to
meters.
divide it, man.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to divide. So that's 1,868. So divide that by the number of meters in
Okay,
1
yes.
foot. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
1,868 meters, and divide that by 3.3048. Okay, let's see. 1,868 divided by 0.3048.
Okay.
Okay, now what's that equal to?
Right, it comes to 6,129.
Okay, 1,868 divided by 0.3048. And what do you get?
6,129.
Okay. Yeah, it's 6,128. That's because we're gonna round it because it said to the nearest foot. So what we
Right.
get is
6,129 feet.
6,128.60.
And 6 is more than 5, so you
if
put it
that's right, if we round it, we get
round it to the
6,
6. Yeah.
129 feet. So the answer is what?
C.
C. Okay. Answer C. 6,129.
I know we're right. I can't remember if we do it or if we didn't do it, then I'm going to get it wrong.
Did you have it right, Audrey?
I don't think so. I don't remember what I write.
Okay.
I didn't do it, something like that. I can't remember.
Well,
I checked my phone
yeah.
again for the answer.
Okay, yeah, I wrote your answers down. I'll see. Well,
Yeah.
first you have to get the difference between the trailhead and the summit, and that's so
Yeah.
you got to look up here in the words and find what
Yeah.
was the elevation of the summit at the summit, and what was the elevation at the trailhead, and then you get the difference. Okay. Because they say, what is the change in elevation? So the change is going to be a subtraction, right? Let's line that up. The change is a subtraction, and that gives you 1,868 meters. But they said to the nearest foot, and they gave you a conversion factor of a foot as 0.3048 meters. So then when you divide, this is in meters, divided by meters per foot, will give you feet, 6128.6, rounded to the nearest foot would be 6129. Questions on number 13? Questions?
Yeah, Miss Barbara, I'm back.
Yes.
The road was rough and rocky, so it muted because the waves would have blown off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
it's bad.
So Latoya, number 13 is, no, that can't be. So if you settle down, I hear noise.
Yeah, settle down.
Latoya, I hear noise.
I'm sitting down, that's why.
Oh, okay. So I'll go back through this one again. I don't know, did you do 13?
Nope.
Okay. Well, 13, you were to find the change in elevation to the nearest foot between the trailhead and the summit. So you had to get the elevation at the summit, which was 4,418, the elevation at the trailhead, which is 2,550 meters, and get that difference. So that's why we subtracted the 2,550, which is what it is at the trailhead, from the 4,418, which is the elevation at the summit. And that gave us a difference of 1,868 meters. But they gave us a conversion factor of a foot as 0.3048 meters. So if we divide the meters by meters per 1 foot, we get the number of feet, which is 6,128.60. But since we were to give it to the nearest foot, we rounded this off to 6129, because remember this 0.6, that's greater than 5 or greater, you bump this number up to 9. So it's answer C. Questions? Now, number 14, I think 14 you can solve. Okay. Solve number 14. Tell me your answer. Okay, I put it down on the other page. Okay. Now remember, you will get all your like terms together, but first you're going to apply your PEMDAS. You're going to do your parenthesis first. Right, Chastity? So multiply 4 times x plus 5. And then combine your x's and combine your numbers. Tell me what you get for number 14. Well, they ask what is equivalent to the expression. So you've got to solve it and then see which one it matches. Did everybody do it?
I did it. I put D
So-
for my answer.
You got D.
Uh-huh.
Latoya, what did you get?
I'm still doing it.
Oh, you okay. Chastity, what did you get?
I'm still doing it too.
Okay. Well, first you're going to multiply 4 times x plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, what do you get? What's 4 times x plus 5?
4x.
What do you get, Chastity, when you multiply 4 times what's in parentheses? What's
Four
4
ti-
times X?
It's 4.
Chastity?
Oh,
What's 4 times X? Chastity?
4.
It'll be 4X, right? 4
Yes.
times
4.
X is
4X.
4X. What's 4 times 5, Chastity?
4 times 5, 20.
no, I didn't
That's
do
it. Okay, 20. So let's just write what we have here.
that.
Plus 4X
2.
plus
We got some new one
8.
here.
Now, Chastity, combine all your X's and combine your constants. What do you get? What is this equal to?
Let's do something wrong
What's
here.
4X plus 4X?
8x.
That's it. Very good. You add the coefficients. What's 20 plus 8?
20 plus 8.
Yes.
Right.
Chastity, 20 plus 8 is what?
28.
28. That's good. Okay. Now, you see, Audrey, you said D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 8X plus 28 is not 8X plus 13, right?
I know it's just that now. Yeah.
Now what you want to do is you want to pull out a common factor.
Factor.
What number, Chastity, can you divide into 8 and also divide into 28? A number that the same number divides
7.
in. No, 7 won't divide into 8. What number you divide into 8
8.
and
Oh, okay.
also and divide into 28, Chastity? What is that number? Well, let's just say.
4.
2.
Yeah.
No.
4.
No, it's 4.
4.
You're right. You're right, Chastity. It's 4 because
Okay, here's
8
7, so it's
factors.
2.
Well, we do it like this.
4, 2,
Factors
4x2 plus 7 is 8.
are 4 and
No, we did.
2, right? Those are factors of 8. Let's put the 28 factors. The number 28, this is how you can see what the common factors are. Factors are 4 and 7. And there may be other factors, but we want to find the common ones. So what they have in common is 4 and 4, right? So let's just take that 4.
That is 4.
Let's just take the 4 and
Do that
factor
with
it out. And Chastity. So
Yes.
what would I have in parentheses here?
7.
What would I have in parentheses? 4 times what will give me 8x? What do I multiply by 4 to get 8x?
2.
2x, right? Because remember, I didn't say 4x. So that would be 2x. All right. Now, what do I multiply by 4 to get 28? What number multiplies by 4 and get 28, Chastity?
4.
No.
4.
What number times 4 gives 28?
That's 3. I see what I did. I did something wrong there.
What number do I multiply by 4 and get 28?
It's 8. Yes.
Or you can say
7?
20. Yeah, I said, excellent. 27. Okay, so now when you look at that, put that back in parentheses. What does that look like of these choices? A, B, C, or D?
A.
A.
That's right. Answer A. Okay, so you see what you had to do here. You had the first PEMDAS,
I look at the
do
tip, we're not adding
your
that
parentheses.
thing.
So Audrey, how did you get D?
Because I didn't add that 4. I didn't multiply that 4 or 5. I don't in the parentheses. I didn't do the 4 by the 5.
Oh, you didn't do the,
was
okay, well,
down
you
at
know that 4 outside means
Yeah.
multiply everything in the
Everything.
parentheses.
Yes. I
That's
messed up
it.
there.
So you get
Yeah,
4
I messed up
times
there.
X is 4X. 4
Yeah.
times 5 is 20. And
20,
then you
yes,
just
that's what they do.
rewrite the 4x and 8. Now combine all
yes.
your x's, 4x
Right,
and
yeah.
4x. Like
Mhm.
Cass just said, that's 8x, 20, and 8 is 28. Now you use your factors.
Right.
The factors of 8 and 28, the ones they have in common is the 4. They both have a factor of 4. So you can pull that 4 out, and what's in parentheses is what you multiply to get back the 8x and the 28. 4 times 2x is 8x, 4 times 7 is 28, and that exactly matches A.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Questions?
got it, Miss Barbara.
You got it?
Yeah, I understand this one.
Okay, very good. Okay, any questions on 14?
But it was tricky though.
Yes, it was somewhat tricky. You're right, because they didn't give you what you got here. That means you had to factor to
Yeah,
get
they
one of
didn't
their
have to factor
answers.
it.
That's it. And then Audrey fell for the 8x,
Yeah.
right? Because part of your answer
No,
that you
Yeah,
got
I
here
remember
was,
24. I forget, yeah, by everything in the parentheses, by the
yeah, you forgot
Yeah, I didn't do that.
do your multiplying here. You forgot the
Yeah.
4 times the 520. So you ended up with the 13. You got the
Yeah.
8x, but the 13 is not
Mhm.
correct, because you when
Right.
you put in
much.
the 4 times 5 is 20 and add the 8 and the 28.
They're getting trickier and trickier with these maths. Jesus God.
They just want to make sure you can think
That
correctly,
you understand.
that you
It's like
understand.
I'm
That's
getting
right.
my PhD in math. Sure, this is PhD level math.
Yeah,
College student, they know if to do this.
no, you're right. Well, a lot of college students take math, don't really have to take this. Because some things that you specialize in, you don't need a high level of math. Really don't. So a lot of time you say, oh, you went to college, you could help me. No, I can't help you. I don't understand that, because I never had to do it. That's what some people say. They never had to do it. Okay.
Mm.
Number 15. I give you 2 or 3 minutes to read it and tell me the answer. Now, don't get tricked by the 3 friends, because it says you and 3 friends. How many people is that?
4.
4.
That's it. That's where people make mistakes sometimes.
I know.
You and 3 friends of total of 4 people. What
Okay.
is, so once you read it through,
Ah,
which of the following is a model for the situation? Latoya, which one? Which one? You
Oh,
want to
God.
divide 12 pieces equally among 4 people.
See?
What did you say?
See as in cat.
That's it.
Yes.
4 pieces. That's it. That's
Yeah, I
what you
got
got,
that.
Chassie. Oh, you got it. Very good. Because 4 people are sharing 12
12
slices.
pieces of
And that
slice of
means
pizza.
12 divided by 4. The only equation here where it's 12 divided by 4 is C. Everybody understand that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audrey, you had that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 4x. See, some people made the mistake and put A. They saw 3 friends and they didn't think about, oh, it's 3 friends and another person.
And you.
That's it. So A is a common answer, because they didn't read carefully. It says you and 3 friends are eating a pizza with 12 slices.
They
Right?
come up with all sorts of tricks.
Where's the noise coming from?
From me.
Okay. All right. So that was number 15. So you understand there you had to put in 4 people sharing 12 pieces of pizza. Okay, let's go to 16. Okay. Give you a chance to read that one. Tell me your answer. That's another ratio and proportion.
Oh,
But I put B hand off my right, but Okay.
You use ratio and proportion, right, Audrey?
I don't remember if I use ratio and proportion. I don't because I do these things so fast.
Okay.
I can't remember if I do it like that.
Okay. Well, you said B. B is correct. Just tell me how you got it.
The volume of a pool is 7 liters. Okay. Why there's
Y over 4 liters per minute, right?
very way 1/4. I think that's what he did. 7 over.
And you looking for the time in minutes.
4 times 1/5.
So how would you set it up as a ratio?
7/4. 7V.
7V over what?
Oh yeah, that way talking to me now.
It says to fill a fifth of the pool. So 7V would be
V.
divided by 5 because it says 1/5, right?
1/5.
Okay, so I want you to set up your ratio. Set up ratio and proportion. Now, there are key things you have to know here. The volume of the pool, that's the 7V liters, okay? The rate is pouring out is Y over 4
Y over
liters of water per minute, okay? So you've got to know that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's, okay. So the volume is 7V, pouring out Y over 4 liters per minute. And you're filling 1/5 of the
1/5
pool. Okay. So that means, sorry.
7/V.
Okay, so that's
7/5.
1/5 of the pool. So that means 7V is divided by 5 for the 1/5. You follow? So for your ratio and proportion, you'll have 7V divided by 5. The 5 is for the 1/5 because you're only filling up 1/5 of the pool. Okay. So you're trying to find how many minutes it takes to do this. So this is over what? This is your unknown here. I'll just call it X minutes.
X.
Okay, this is little x. Okay, let me bring this up a bit. Now, what would my
4. Y4.
okay, what would the other side of my proportion look like?
Y divided by 4.
That would be equal what? Yeah, Y divided by 4. You're right, because it said what? It pulls out Y over 4 liters of water per 1 minute. So that's going to be Y over 4, and that's for 1 minute, right? So let's just put that under 1 minute. Okay, so that's 1 minute. Now, Audrey, you always say what? Cross multiply. Okay, so cross multiply and tell me what you get.
Okay, 7. Okay.
What do you get when you cross multiply?
7, 28 VY.
No, 7V over 5 times 1 is just
Oh,
7V over 5,
seven,
right? 'Cause
seven,
that's
yeah,
time 1.
7 was
So that
7,
would just be, okay, 7V
right.
over 5. Let's just
7
put that
V.
there, okay?
7 was a 7.
Now, y over 4 times x, what's that equal to?
1 over 4.
Y over 4 times x. What would that be? That's equal
1 is 4.
y over 4 times x.
Is 4.
No,
4.
this is numerator,
Y.
that's numerator. So it's going to be x,
Y.
y,
Y. Okay.
over 4. Now, let me just write this as, let me just do it
Okay.
as underlined. So, because sometimes the slashes
Yeah, I like
is
to
more
if you
confusing.
definition,
Yeah, right. So
so that
let me
is
just do
7
this and put this
V
under
over
under
5.
here. Okay.
And V
And
over
then put
5
this one here.
equals
Yeah, I'm just
1,
changing
4,
these slashes
1.
to the underline. Okay. So this would be a 5. Okay, so that's going to be a 5. And this is going to be a 4. And I'll take them out of the numerators. All right. So let's just take out the slash in the 5.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the confusion, I see
Yeah,
it like that.
yeah, it's a little confusing.
Right,
It's
7 V
longer
over
to do it this
5.
way, but we want to make
Right.
it less confusing. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just move this over and put the 4. Okay, this way. Okay, and let's just put this closer. It looks clearer that way. Okay, now cross and multiply. What do you get?
Okay. 28.
What do you get? 4 times 7V would be what?
28 V.
28V. That's right, Audrey. So you have 28, and that's a, okay. And what's 5 times XY?
Is 5 times X. Y.
It's just 5XY, right? So what is your answer?
That's not there, Miss Barbara.
I'm sorry?
No 5XY not there, it's just 5Y.
No, X times Y, Latoya,
is 1.
is XY.
Y is 1.
X times Y is XY. So that's XY over 4. You follow, Latoya?
Yeah.
Okay. So which of the following? See, X is the number of minutes. So we take this and solve for X. That means 28V divided by 5Y would be equal to X. So divide both sides by 5Y. So at this point, divide both sides by 5Y. And what do I have left? Just take this, divide this by 5Y. Okay, let's just put the 5Y underneath here. And that's 5Y, right? And we do the same over here. Because we're trying to find X, but remember X was the number of minutes to fill 1/5, and that's what that X is. So that would be dividing both sides by 5Y. So let's put the 5Y here. Do the same on the right side, put the 5Y. And I'm going to bring that a little closer so it's a little clearer. Okay, so what do I have on the left side? Latoya, what's left? This would just be what you have here, right?
Yeah,
And then
28.
5y over 5y. So what I'm left with, let me just copy this. And so 5y over 5y is just 1. So I'm just left with x. And x is the number of minutes to fill 1/5 of that. It's a pool. Okay. So 28v over 5y, and that's answer what?
C.
C.
No, 28v over 5y.
B as in boy.
B, sorry, B.
Okay, so your answer is
B.
B. Yeah, B says 28v divided by 5y, and this is what this says, 28v over 5y. So you had to set up a ratio and proportion, take into consideration, they said 1/5 full. That's why we have 7v, which is the capacity of that, the volume of the pool is 7v liters. But they want to fill 1/5. That's why we have 7v over 5. Okay. This is given y over 4 liters of water per 1 minute. And that's the 1 minute here. And we're trying to find the number of minutes to fill this pool 1/5. Questions on number 16?
That one was tricky.
Yeah, that was, it was, because you had to, that's why I underline up here, Latoya, that your volume of your pool is 7v liters. Your tap is pouring out y over 4 liters of water per minute. You're trying to find the time in minutes to fill 1/5 of this pool. So that's why you have 7v over 5. How many minutes will it take? And my rate is y over 4 liters per 1 minute. So this is liters, this is liters, this is minutes, this is minutes. Okay. So once you cross multiply and solve, you see your x there, that's your unknown, because notice it's right here, x minutes. Divide both sides by 5y, and I get my x, my number of minutes needed to fill 1/5 of the pool. Questions on 16? Questions?
I gotta look over that one.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll be emailing this to you, so you'll have a chance to look at it. Okay. All right.
Number
Stop.
17 is a ratio.
17. What's the
Ratio.
answer?
It's a ratio proportion.
You say it's a ratio and proportion?
Yeah, I did it in a ratio. I don't know if the answer is right. That's
Okay.
what I do.
What did you get for your answer?
14.
It's not a, well, number one, it's not a ratio and proportion. And it's not 14.
Oh, sure.
Audrey, what did you do?
4.
B.
What did you get, Audrey?
B.
You got 18. How did you get 18?
What do you mean? Oh, you talking 17?
Number 17.
Oh no, I got A 4.
I said 4, Miss Barbara. I guess the answer. I was trying to work it out. I was like,
It's not A.
Huh?
It's not A.
Okay, let
It's
me
not
see.
A, Miss Barbara. You're jinxing us, Miss Barbara.
No, let me see what I did. Yeah, so you got 8. I said 8. Because I started trying the 18.
He said C. My
My
final answer.
I started trying the 18.4. That's right.
Latoya, you're guessing, right?
It's C.
Barbara.
Oh, yes, Audrey.
What I did, I subtract the 14 students from the 18 with the pets. And that's why I get 4. That's why I said 4. I don't know. I don't know what I did here, but I did a lot of writing.
Miss Barbara is C, 10 dumpling.
No, 22 minus 14, then I get 8. And I said 22 minus 14.
Okay, 22 students each have a sibling or pet. 14 have a sibling
Or a
and
pet.
18 have a pet. How many students have both a sibling and a pet?
Okay, 14 students.
Now,
Oh, it says or a pet. It says it 22 has a
both a
pet.
sibling and a pet.
Yeah, pet. Yes, and 14 has a sibling.
So
18
what
has a pet.
what you need to do is, because you see 14 and 18 is more than 22 students, right?
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
So you gotta add 14 and 18, subtract some unknown variable
Oh,
from it,
subtract 14.
and get 22.
We didn't do that. I
That's
subtract-
that's how you
32.
solve it. What
That's 32.
so what's the answer? You said the answer, Latoya, but I asked you, how did you
I
get
know
it?
it's 10. I don't know.
Yeah, so you
it's
really have to
14
take
plus
the
18.
yeah,
Yeah,
14
32
plus
32
18
minus 10 minus 22 give 10.
minus X equal
Okay, so
22. Because see, the thing is, it says both. See, the
14,
both is going to be counted
18,
in both of these. That's why you got to add these and subtract
Okay.
out the both.
equals 22. huh,
Okay. It says how many have both a sibling and a pet. So you've got to add up the 14 that have a sibling, the 18 that have a pet, and subtract out the ones that have a combination of both.
Oh.
You follow?
Uh-huh.
Because if you don't, then that's why you got a total of 32 and there are only 22 students, because some of them are counted in both places. All right.
Yeah.
So you add up the number of students have a sibling plus the ones that have a pet, subtract out the ones that have both, and you get your total of 22. That's how many students in the class. So this becomes what? 32 minus the unknown
Mhm,
equal 22. So you know what X is, right?
mhm,
X
yes,
is going to be equal to 32 minus 22, which is Latoya said, equals 10.
Mhm.
So this is the small
See.
x. To be consistent.
Oh,
So the answer is going to be what?
10.
see.
Yeah,
C.
answer is C.
God
That's right.
help me.
Yeah, that was very easy,
Answer
though. But we didn't put them together.
C.
I guess the answer. I said 10.
No, it was
What did you
easy,
say,
but
Audrey? What did you say?
I said it was easy, but I didn't put it together. Not
Yeah,
that way.
but see, remember when you have these kind of problems, you got something counted twice. That's why you're subtracting it out, because well, you can see 14 have a sibling, 18 have a pet. That's like 32, but there's only 22 students in the class. So you know something is included in here that's got to
I
be
didn't,
subtracted out.
I didn't even look at it that way. Honestly.
Oh, you didn't reason
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah,
And
no.
if I've got 14 with a sibling and 18 that have a pet, and I only have 22 students total, then I've got some that have both. Now the ones that have both, it's got to be subtracted out of this sum,
Mhm.
right? So that means 10 students have both.
Okay.
Got it?
Mhm.
All right. Questions on 17. Okay. We'll do one more. 18. Let's see what 18 looks like. Okay.
18 was
Oh,
15.
this, okay. 18.
It's a piece of cake.
Oh, really?
I'm
Okay.
just saying that.
That one, that's me. I didn't have them, put in the, to put in the,
Okay.
letter to represent the thing. They have me a little confused. And they just
Okay,
wrote in
Linda was selling tickets to school play. She sold 10 more adult tickets than children's tickets. She sold twice as many senior tickets as children's tickets. Let X represent the number of children's tickets sold. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now this one, okay. Actually,
X represent-
well, this one, you really had 3 parts.
Which one, number 18?
Yeah, see,
Mhm.
18, you had to answer A, answer B, answer C, and answer D.
Yeah,
D
Yeah.
really has 2 parts.
yeah,
So,
yeah, part,
write
yeah,
an
yeah.
expression to represent the number of adult tickets sold. So, what would that be?
Number of adults tickets sold. I put X equals 5 times 75
No,
plus
for
10.
no, she's, well, you've got to look at, she sold 10
They said already expression, but I couldn't even figure out that
Okay.
there about it.
cent. Okay, so you got to use this right here. Give me a-
Okay,
She
do
sold 10 more adult tickets than children's tickets. And the children's tickets, okay, let's just do A. She sold 10 more adult tickets than children tickets. X is the number of children tickets. So
Okay,
how would
X
I write
equals to
expression to show the number of adult tickets?
X
That's
That's it.
X.
X what? You're right.
X
X
plus
plus 10.
That's it. Excellent. X plus 10. So you got that one. That's all you had to write there. Let's put the little X because that's what they said. Okay. Write an expression to represent the number of adult tickets sold. She sold 10 more. That means adding. The children tickets are represented by X. So children tickets X plus 10 would answer A. Got it?
Mhm.
So you've got A. She sold twice as many senior tickets as children's tickets. So
2X.
what would B look like?
2X.
That's it. 2X. That's it. That's all you had to write. Write an expression to represent the number of senior tickets sold. She sold twice as many senior tickets as children's tickets. So that's 2X. That would be the senior tickets.
Uh-huh.
All right. So let's go to number C. How would you represent the total ticket sales? What would that look like?
2X times, okay, medium amount. It
Now
says,
you got to
So
put them.
10X.
Okay. So
Cost
you
of
know
children.
what.
10X.
it said the children and the tickets, it said the cost of the children and the seniors. The adults, the children, and the seniors.
So the total, how would you write the total? Well, you know the adult tickets are X plus 10, right?
Mhm.
And that's going to be times the $5. The children's tickets are X, so that's going to be 2X, right?
Mhm,
And
65.
what about the senior tickets? The senior tickets
Mm,
is
the
twice
senior
the
is
X.
So
So
2X.
times the $3.
Yeah.
So put that all together. Tell me what to write, Latoya.
2X.
2X plus 3. No, 5X.
No, 5 is the price, right?
Oh,
So 5 would be times, and that would be,
parentheses.
no, yeah, parentheses
times three.
X plus 10.
Okay.
That would be the adult tickets.
Mm,
Adult tickets cost $5, and we know what that is. That's the X plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to the children's tickets. What would that be? How much do the children tickets cost?
So,
$2.
So that would just be 2X, right?
plus 2X. Mm.
X represents the children tickets, $2 represent the price. Now, what would the senior tickets look like?
$3.
$2.
$3 times what?
$3 times X plus 10.
No, you've got the children, you've got the senior tickets here, 2X. When we answered B, right?
Okay.
It's right there, 2X, 2X,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
See,
X.
when you answer A and B, you've got what you need for C because it said X is the children's tickets. So if your adult tickets are X plus 10 and they cost $5 each, it's going to be $5 times X plus 10. The
Okay.
senior tickets are what? Well, the children tickets are $2, but X represents the number of children's tickets. So that's 2X because they said let X represent the number of children's tickets sold. When you get to the senior tickets cost $3. And we already answered in B, the number of senior tickets, 2X. So that would be 3 times 2X. Got it?
That was the seniors.
Okay, now
That was the senior
so
ticket.
that's the seniors because the
Okay.
senior tickets are what? $3 a ticket,
$3.
and
Okay.
you sold 2X number of senior tickets. So that would be $3 times 2X.
Okay.
Okay, now D is your homework. I want to know how many children's tickets were sold, how many adult tickets were sold, how many senior tickets were sold. Now you got everything you need to do, okay? So
So the first one is what? A is children? No,
Yeah.
right?
well, X is the number of children's tickets sold. So A was represent the number of adult tickets. She sold 10 more adult tickets than children. That's the X plus 10, Chastity. A.
Oh, that was.
A is the X plus 10. That's the number of adult tickets sold. 10 more than the children. B
Okay.
is the number of senior tickets sold. Twice as many as children. That's the 2X. Got it? C, we put it all together with the cost. The adult tickets cost $5. X plus 10 represents the number of adult tickets. X is the number of children's tickets. The children tickets cost $2. That's 2X. And then the senior tickets cost $3. And the senior tickets we answered in B. So that's 3 times 2X. All right. Now, homework. I want you to get the answers for D. Okay, so homework. Okay, answer D part. Okay, so answer D part. That's your homework. We've got everything you need to answer it. And I want you to put it all together and answer D. So how many children's tickets were sold? How many adult tickets were sold? How many senior tickets were sold? Okay. Questions on what your homework is? That's your only homework. Answer part D. And you got A, B, and C all answered. So you should be able to plug in and solve. Okay. And you'll have to use how much she made, right? All the tickets sold added up to $700. So if you set all the tickets that we have here to $700, you should be able to find X for the children. Then you can use that X, plug it into A, to find what? The adults, and plug it into B part to find the seniors. Got it? Any questions on 18?
I haven't taken that yet.
Any questions? Okay, so we're gonna stop here. Next Monday, quiz, algebra quiz, homework. Part D of 18 answers, okay? And we will continue the algebra. I think we have 25 questions on here, okay? So I will be sending you what we went through today, email, and I'll be uploading the session to YouTube. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you for sharing. You did well today. Okay, keep it up.
Right.
See you
Thank
next.
you.
See
See you
you
Monday.
next time. Okay.
Thank you. Have a
All
blessed
right.
weekend.
Bye.
Okay.
Good night.
So long to everybody.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.